Hello students, how are you? I am Assistant Professor Mulla R.S. and in this video lecture I am going to discuss important questions from BCom second year's compulsory English. But before discussing the questions, let's see the syllabus. See students, our syllabus is generally divided into two topics, that is short stories and poem. This is the chapter 1, this is the topic 1, and the second topic is based on extracurriculum development, that is communication, competitive examination and other aspects. But right now students, I am going to make video on three topics, that is a poem and two short stories. Students, this video is divided into chapters and you have freedom to choose any chapter you want. For that, just tap on your left screen and where the timing is showing, and you will see this video is divided into chapters. Just tap it for your favorite chapters. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आपण दोन व्हिडिओमध्ये बीकॉम सेकंड इयरचे महत्त्वाचे प्रश्न डिस्कस करणार आहोत. पहिल्या व्हिडिओमध्ये पोएम आणि शॉर्ट स्टोरीमध्ये असणारे महत्त्वाचे प्रश्न आपण डिस्कस करणार आहोत आणि पुढील व्हिडिओमध्ये राहिलेल्या टॉपिकवरील मी प्रश्न डिस्कस करणार आहे. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, तुम्हाला हा व्हिडिओ चांगला आत्मसात व्हावा यासाठी हा व्हिडिओ चॅप्टर्समध्ये विभागून तयार केलेला आहे. व्हिडिओच्या कोपऱ्यामध्ये म्हणजेच डाव्या कोपऱ्यामध्ये तो व्हिडिओ किती मिनिटाचा आहे ते तुम्ही पाहू शकत असाल. त्याच्या पुढे इंट्रोडक्शन असं लिहिलेलं आहे. त्याच्यावर टच केलं की तुम्हाला व्हिडिओचे सेक्शन्स मिळून जातील. सेक्शन्समध्ये तुम्हाला स्टडी करणे सोपे होऊन जाईल व एक्झामच्या वेळी देखील तुमच्या आवडीचा सेक्शन तुम्ही निवडू शकता. तर चला विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, व्हिडिओ स्टार्ट करूयात. But students, before starting the video, I would like to tell you that all the questions are provided in the PDF format in the description box. You have to download the PDF and read the questions. Students, first of all, let's start with the poem, that is Breathing Spaces, written by Rana Nayar. Students, the present poem highlights the childhood memories of poet. Poet spent his childhood in village, and you know students, the atmosphere of village is very pleasant and healthy. Poet told that he is living in city and when he had time, he remembers his childhood. This is very short introduction of poem. Now let's move to the questions. The first question is stands as a guard against the termite of time. And students, here are the options, that is option number 1, option number A is an old mango tree, option B is an old peepul tree, option C is an old banyan tree, and option D is an old neem tree. And students, the correct answer is option B, that is an old peepul tree. See students, poet told that in his village there is a peepul tree where his childhood memories spent, and he saved his memory. And students, you know that peepul tree has long life, and that's why poet used peepul tree here. Students, now let's move to the next question, that is question number 2. At night, ghosts of memory ... in the hollow. And the options are A, walk, B, run, C, dance, and D, stand. See students, here the poet says that when he remembers his childhood, he told that the memory of ghosts dance around him and evokes his memory. So the correct answer is option C, that is dance. Now students, let's move to the next question, that is question number 3. Dot 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 blooms in the heart of the poet, and the options are option A, a white rose, option B, a red rose, option C, a lotus, option D, a tulip. See students, the poet is living in city, as I told you, and when he became tired, he recalls his village and the pleasant atmosphere. He is carrying this atmosphere into his heart. The poet told he had garden into his heart, and in that garden he had white rose, which blooms at night, which gives him peace and calmness. And that's why students, the correct answer of this question is option A, a white rose. This is the answer of this question. And students, now let's move to the next question, that is question number 4. And students, the fourth question is, the poet feels intensity of a dot dot love. The options are option A, father, option B, mother, option C, sister, and option D, brothers. Students, poet remembers peepul tree whose branches are spread over broken well, and poet compares this scene with intensity of mother's love. And that's why the correct answer of this question is option B, that is mother's love. Now students, let's move to the next question, that is question number 5. And the fifth question is, here is the fifth question. The question is dot 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 shades in eyes in broad daylight. This is the question, and the options are option A, a white boy, option B, a black girl, option C, a sun-tanned child, and option D is small children. Students, poet told that when he was child, he watches peepul tree covering his eyes by hand in bright sunlight, and told that he was tanned by the sun. And so the correct answer of this question is option C, a sun-tanned child. Students, the sixth question is dot 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 is flushed with anger, and the options are option A, gentle mother, option B, a stern father, option C, a angry soldier, and option D, a loving sister. And the correct option is option B, a stern father. Now let's move to the seventh question, and the question is, I could not stay rooted means that the poet dot dot dot, and the options are option A, is living in the village, option B, is not living on the farm, option C, has shifted to a city, another place, and option D, has decided to live in his village. See students, in this poem, poet compares himself with peepul tree which is situated in the village. Poet sadly told that he doesn't want to leave peepul tree, but he was not rooted like the peepul tree, and unwillingly he moved to the city, and that's why the right answer is option C, has shifted to a city, another place. And students, now let's move to the next question, that is question number 8. And the question is, which road does the poet refers to in line 1 or in the beginning of the poem? And the options are option A road from his heart, option B, a road from his village, option C, a road from his city, option D, none. And students, The correct answer is option A, a road from his heart. And students, now let's move to the next question, that is question number 9. And the question is, the poet ... refers to the sweet, fresh and happy memories of poet's childhood. And students, the options are option A, the red brick, option B, a green field, option C, blossom, option D, broken well. Students, the poet has busy schedule, and when he had free time to recall his past, that is village life. And you know students, village means green field, and when writer or poet had free time, he recalls his village life, that is greenfield. And so the answer is option B, greenfield. Students, now move to the next question, that is question number 10. And the question is, the poet carries the stain of the ... brick wall on his conscience. And students, the options are option A, red, option B, green, option C, yellow, option D, black. And students, the correct answer is option A, red. And students, let's see the next question, that is question number 11. And the question is, according to the poet, little ... means sweet memories of childhood. And the options are option A, peepul tree, option B, garden, option C, well, option D, red brick wall. And the correct option of this question is option B, green. And students, now let's discuss the last question from this poem, that is question number 5. And the question is, a ... rose stand for the innocence and purity of childhood. And the options are option A, red, option B, pink, option C, yellow, option D, white. And the correct answer of this question is white. And students, now let's see the quick summary of this poem, that is Breathing Spaces, written by Rana Nayar. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, कवी इथे आपल्याला बालपणीच्या आठवणींना उजाळा देतात. कवींना जेव्हा धकाधकीच्या जीवनात वेळ मिळतो तेव्हा ते लहानपणी घालवलेल्या गावाकडच्या आठवणीत रमून जातात. त्यांना गावामध्ये असणारे पिंपळाचे झाड, पडकी विहीर तसेच हिरवीगार शेती आठवते. त्यांना मायेची ऊब आणि वडिलांची शिस्त देखील आठवते. कवींना दुःख आहे की ते पिंपळासारखे त्या गावच्या मातीत राहू शकत नाहीत, पण तरी देखील गावाकडच्या आठवणी आपल्या मनात त्यांनी आणलेल्या आहेत. आणि ते शेवटी म्हणतात की मनातून आणलेली हीच बाग विश्रांतीच्या वेळेस त्यांना समाधान मिळवून देते. आणि विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, हीच ती पोएम छोट्याशा आशयाने पोएट्री सांगतात की लहानपणीच्या आठवणींनी ते काय करतात, त्यांच्या धकाधकीच्या जीवनातील जो काळ आहे, म्हणजे आपण कधी एक्झॉस्ट होतो पूर्णपणे, त्यावेळेस काय करतात ते लहानपणीचे चांगले दिवस आठवून स्वतःला काय करतात, सावरण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात, म्हणजे समाधान मिळवून देण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात. आणि विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, तुम्हाला माहितीच आहे शहरातलं जीवन किती धकाधकीचं असतं. म्हणजे माणसाला फुरसतच नसते. तिकडे हायपरटेन्शन, भरपूर आजार होतात माणसाला. आणि ते गावाकडच्या माणसांना जास्त होत नाहीत, कारण ते काय असतात, रिलॅक्स असतात, जास्त विचार करत नाहीत. धकाधकीचे जीवन त्यांचं नसतं. पोएट देखील तेच म्हणतात की जेव्हा धकाधकीच्या जीवनातून त्यांना विश्रांती मिळते तेव्हा ते काय करतात, आपल्या गावाकडच्या आठवणींना उजाळा देतात आणि त्याच्यामुळे त्यांना समाधान मिळते. And students, now let's move to the next topic, that is a short story which is written by Stephen Leacock, and the name of that short story is My Financial Career. As usual, first let's discuss the questions, and the question number 13 is, the narrator proposes to deposit ... dollars a month regularly. And the options are option A 56, option B 55, option C 50, and option D 60. And see students, when narrator entered into the bank, he thought that he must consult the manager, so he met the manager and told him that he wants to deposit $50 regularly. So the correct answer of this question is $50. That is option C. And students, let's move to the next question, that is question number 14. And the question is, the salary of the narrator had been raised to ... dollars a month. And the options are option A 50, option B 65, option C 56, option D 60. And students, first, the narrator's salary raised to $56 and he wants to deposit all the money, that is $56. And he decided to deposit $50 a month, and finally he wants to withdraw $6, but accidentally he wrote $56 instead of $6. And that's why students, the correct answer of this question is option C, that is $56. And students, please remember the amount which described in the story, because this amount confused you sometimes. And students, now move to the next question, that is question number 15. This is the question number 15, and the question is, the narrator thought that a person about to open an account must consult the ... And the options are accountant, option B chairman, option C manager, option D millionaire. And students, as I told you earlier, narrator wants to consult manager, and the right answer of this question is option C manager. And students, let's discuss 16th question, and the question is, the people in the bank suppose the narrator as a ... And the options are accountant, option B bankrupt, option C manager, and option D millionaire. When narrator was filling the withdrawal check, he was behaving very differently, and by his behavior everyone in the bank considered him as a millionaire. And the correct option of this question is option D millionaire. And students, now let's move to the question number 17, that is, the manager initially considered the narrator as ... And the options are detective, option B chairman, option C millionaire, and option D thief. Students, don't get confused that there are two situations, that is, people considered the narrator as millionaire and manager initially considered the narrator as detective. And so here the right answer of this question is option A detective. And students, now let's move to the next question, that is question number 18, and the question is, the narrator goes to ... to open an account and deposit his money. And the options are option A school, option B bank, option C temple, option D society. And the right answer is option B bank. And students, question number 19 is, who was Mr. Montgomery? And the options are option A the chairman, option B the narrator, option C the manager, and option D the accountant. And students, in the whole story only one character appears, and the name of that character is Mr. Montgomery, and he was accountant, and that's why the right option of this question is option D, the accountant. And students, let's move to the next question, that is question number 20. And the question is, after the misadventure in the bank, the narrator kept his money in cash in his trousers pocket and his savings in silver dollars in a dot dot dot. And the options are option A, tin can, option B, wooden box, option C, sock, and option D, plastic bag. And students, the answer is option C, sock. And students, let's discuss the last question of this short story, that is question number 21. And the question is, when narrator goes to the bank, he became dot dot dot. And the options are option A, happy and angry, option B, nervous and happy, option C, nervous and confused, and option D, nervous and angry. And the right answer of this question is option C, nervous and confused. And students, after discussing the important questions from this topic or this short story, let's see the short introduction of this story. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, माय फायनान्शियल करिअरमध्ये लेखक त्यांच्या बँकेतील अनुभव सांगतात. लेखक म्हणतात की जेव्हा ते बँकेत जातात त्यावेळेस ते अस्वस्थ होऊन जातात. बँकेत गेल्यानंतर लेखक विचार करू लागतात की अकाउंट ओपन करण्याआधी मॅनेजरचा सल्ला घ्यावा, आणि ज्यावेळेस ते मॅनेजरला भेटतात त्यावेळेस भलतेच गोंधळून जातात. त्यानंतर अकाउंट ओपन करण्यासाठी त्यांची धावपळ होते. लेखकाला वाटते की गरजेसाठी त्यांना $6 काढावे लागतील, पण नजर चुकीने ते $56 असे विड्रॉलवर लिहितात, आणि शेवटी नाईलाजाने ते $56 म्हणजे पूर्ण रक्कम विड्रॉ करतात. आणि शेवटी ज्यावेळेस लेखक बँकेच्या बाहेर पडतात त्यावेळेस बँकेतील सर्व कर्मचारी आणि लोक त्यांच्यावर हसू लागतात, आणि त्यानंतर लेखक डिसाईड करतात की ह्याच्यानंतर आपण कधीही बँकेचे व्यवहार करणार नाही. आणि ही शॉर्ट स्टोरी आहे विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो. And students, now let's move to the next short story, that is Senor Payroll, written by William E. Barret. And the questions are, that is the question number 22 is, let me scroll down. Okay, the question number 22 is, the narrator worked as dot 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 in the gas plant. And the options are option A, stoker, option B, clerk, option C, manager, and option D, supervisor. And students, the right option of this question is option B, clerk. And students, let's move to the next question, that is question number 23. And the question is, the company paid its workers dot 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 in a month. And the options are option A, 1 time, option B, 2 times, option C, 3 times, and option D, 4 times. And the correct answer is option B, 2 times. Students, writer says that the company which where narrator was working, the company paid or make payment on 5th day and 20th day, and that's why the option B is right answer. And students, after discussing question number 23, let's move to the next question, that is question number 24. And the question is, the genuine emergency stated by John Garcia was dot dot dot. And the options are, his mother was serious, his wife was dying, his father was critical, and option D is his son was to be operated. And students, the stokers in the company takes their advance payment after every 3 or 4 days, and for that company changed the policy. The company gives advance only in the emergency, and for getting the money everyone gives fake reasons. And amongst them, John stated that his wife was dying, and therefore the correct option of this question is option B, that is, his wife was dying. And students, after discussing question number 24, let's see the question number 25. And the question is, the new order of the company said, hereafter no employee who resigns may be rehired within a period of 20 days. And the options are option A 5 days, option B 10 days, option C 30 days, and option D 15 days. And the correct option is option C 30 days. And students, let's move to the next question, that is question number 26. And the question is, in the end of the story, the stokers ... And the answer and the options are option A leaves the company, option B accepts the new rule, option C protests the new rule, and option D continue to work with different names. And students, the correct answer of this question is option D, continue to work with different names. And students, let's discuss the question number 23. And the question is, what was the name of narrator's companion, that is colleague? And the option are option A is Larry, option B is Harry, option C is Gary, option D is none. And the correct answer of that question is option A, Larry. And students, after discussing question number 27, let's see question number 28. And the question is, what genuine emergency is mentioned by Pete Mendonça? And the options are, his mother would hardly last the day, option B, his wife was dying, option C, his father was critical, and option D, his son was to be operated. And the correct option of this question is option A, his mother would hardly last the day. Students, let's see the question number 29. And the question is, the ... order stated that employees would be paid on 5th and 20th of the month, but the employees leaving the service of the company would be given their payment of wages immediately. And the options are option A 4th, option B 3rd, option C 2nd, and option D 5th. And the correct option is option C 2nd. And students, finally let's discuss the last question, that is question number 30. And the question is, the ... order says that no employee would resign might be rehired within a period of 30 days. And the options are option A 4th, option B 3rd, option C 2nd, and option D 5th. And the correct option is option B 3rd. And students, now let's see quick summary of this short story, that is Senor Payroll, written by William E. Barret. लेखक, विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, लेखक एका गॅस प्लांटमध्ये कामाला होता. तिथे पगारपत्रक बनवण्याचे काम तो करत असे. महिन्यात 5व्या आणि 20व्या तारखेला पगार होत असे, पण तिथले कामगार दर 3 किंवा 4 दिवसांनी पगार घेत असत, म्हणजेच उचल घेत असत. यावर उपाय म्हणून कंपनीने नियम बदलला आणि अडचणीच्या वेळेसच पगारातले पैसे मिळतील असा नवा नियम तिथे लादण्यात आला. पण कामगार खोटी कारणं देऊन पैसे घेऊ लागले. नंतर कंपनीने नियम बदलला की काम सोडून जाणार असाल तरच अधूनमधून उचल मिळतील. त्यावेळी कामगार काम सोडून जात व पुन्हा हजर होत असे. यावर उपाय म्हणून कंपनीने पुन्हा नवीन नियम बदलला आणि असे लिहिले की काम सोडल्यावर 30 दिवसानंतरच पुन्हा नेमणूक केली जाईल. आणि यावर उपाय म्हणून कामगारांनी अशी युक्ती लढवली की ते नाव बदलून कामावर रुजू होऊ लागले. आणि सरतेशेवटी संतापून कंपनीने पहिला जो नियम होता तोच नियम लागू केला. आणि विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, हीच आहे शॉर्ट स्टोरी. And students, that's it for today. Hope you understand the questions which I have discussed in this video. Best of luck for your upcoming examination. Thanks for watching this video. Do visit the description box for the PDF and download it. Till then, be safe and take care.